Hi, everybody. I'm pretty.
That's literally what we're starting the show with.
There you go.
Yep.
Welcome to our Clash of Champions recap show, where we're going to talk about Clash of Champions, that just finished about 10 minutes ago. How's everyone doing?
Everyone's doing fine. I got two things to talk about before we talk about Clash of Champions, though, real quick. Number one, our friend Dave Meltzer.
I put the word friends in quotes, but go ahead.
Just compared the Young Bucks to the Midnight Express.
What in the actual fuck?
Really? Really?
When even Reed has to say really, you know.
He compared them to the new Midnight Express of Bob Holly and Bart Gunn?
See, that would make sense, but unfortunately there was no new. So I had to respond. This was a Denim Fritz tweet that I saw this from. And I responded to Denim Fritz saying, the only thing that the Young Bucks know how to sell is merchandise, and that's it.
Yeah.
Bucks don't
To
know
be
how to
honest,
sell
they do know how to
shit.
sell well.
Oh, their T-shirts, yeah. I hope they're used as I hope they're used as kindling, but you know, hey.
That's ridiculous. Comparing them to the Midnights.
And this bit got caught on ESPN. I was at Bar Wrestling 7, and they decided to reenact the one of the scenes from Home Alone, complete with Macaulay Culkin.
Wait, they found Macaulay Culkin?
In a ditch somewhere with his girlfriend, and he was at the event. He was the event the entire time. They brought him into the main event, which I'm tired of gimmicky main events. But for once, I sided with Hot Young Briley today. It was just like, what? What do you expect? But what do you expect? The main event had Swoggle in it.
Macaulay Culkin, who's taking a break from his side role as Jigsaw. Yes, I wanted people to say that Kevin and Jigsaw are one of the same people. Shut up.
Well, you know, at least he has a hot girlfriend. Anyway,
Clash of the Champions.
Clash of the Champions.
We're going to have to take the first couple of shows because Lou and John actually just came from seeing Star Wars. So, say again?
This is the second time I see it. Went to go see it in 40X the first time.
Don't say anything. I'm seeing it Tuesday.
I'm seeing it
Freaking
tomorrow.
Amazing. I'm gonna spoil it for everybody. You ready?
Is it the most Star Warsy Star Wars that has ever Star Warsed?
I'll put it like this: it was a lot better than Force Awakens. But all you marks comparing it to Empire, shut up.
Okay.
Ooh,
I figured.
There we go.
Everyone comparing it to Empire, shut up.
Well,
Empire is one of the greatest movies ever made. Was Last Jedi good? Yes, it was damn good. It's no Empire.
Well, there you go. We'll save the whole Star Wars thing for the wildcard show. That at least gives Will and Reed time to see it.
And that movie made me sad.
Well, of course it did.
Well, of course it did, but we can't.
As you see why it made me sad with the picture I put up on Facebook a little while ago.
Like, we can't say why it made you sad without dropping a major spoiler F5.
I'm not spoiling anything from the fucking movie. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying in general.
It's just that the scene with Luke and Leia at the end, knowing that that's the last time Mark and Carrie are on film together.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That kind of got to me.
Anywho.
I can actually show that on screen. 1 second. Move you out there.
Hey. So.
There we go. Loving memory of our Princess Carrie Fisher.
There we go.
There we go.
So, Clash of the Champions. We start out with the triple threat match between Baron Corbin, glorious Bobby Roode, and the new United States champion, Dolph Ziggler.
No one saw that one coming.
To be
I
honest,
don't think so. I think a lot of people were kind of expecting Roode to take it or
have Corbin retained.
Corbin hold on to it a bit longer, but I guess
I
they're
think-
just
yeah.
deciding to do it just to make him happy.
No offense, I thought it would be no matter who won, I thought it would be Ziggler that'd be one carrying the ring lights either way.
Yeah.
Well,
I honestly thought it was going to be Roode to take the belt.
that may be so in terms of placating him, but at the same time, it is out of nowhere. I didn't actually watch the match. I was too busy blowing things up in Broforce.
That's why I told him that.
That game is awesome.
That is a
That
good
game is
game.
so fucking fun. Oh my. Broforce?
Oh yeah.
That game is so fucking amazing.
But
It's the bro of bros.
Whether it's a placation or not, here's the thing. Corbin, I think, kind of needs a title to help him propel him forward a little bit. But he's had his time with the title for now. He might get it again. We'll see what happens.
I mean, you don't really
Roode
see...
doesn't need the title.
Well,
He
does.
needs better booking.
He needs better
He needs
competition.
the head title.
He needs to be a goddamn heel.
I agree. He needs
Yeah,
better
he needs to
booking.
be- I just don't
He
understand
needs to
why.
be a goddamn heel.
I just don't understand why they can't just say like, "Oh, have Corbin last a little bit longer." It kind of makes you feel like why couldn't he have the IC champion as well? But unfortunately, that's
Well,
Raw.
the IC's on Raw.
His only other option right now is to go for the top title, but to have him lose it from AJ is just gonna be like, ooh.
I don't see
that's
that.
kind of-
I don't see that happening.
No, not at all.
Because I mean, it sounds like Corbin got pinned, right?
Yeah, he got hit with the zigzag as he was setting up Roode for End of Days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't see Corbin going after the world title right now. It's going to be a build up for WrestleMania. But I don't see him being a part of that world title build up. I think there are a couple of other people that are going to be put in that world title build up.
Everything's going to lead to my personal opinion on it. Everything's going to lead to Nakamura winning the Rumble and having Styles versus AJ at Mania.
There you
think
go.
so?
Yeah,
that'd be good.
That's my prediction.
That's what I want so bad because if we have AJ Styles versus Nakamura fight for the title, that'd be so good to watch.
But for right now, yeah. Next match, tag team title match. The New Day versus Rusev Day.
Oh, damn ridiculous. It was Rusev Day. Rusev in English should have won the tag belts.
I did not know how
Rusev Day shirt. Rusev Day shirt is the #1 selling shirt on Shop right now.
You have no idea how popular Rusev Day was until you're seeing their promo and the crowd going along with each and every word. They have found a way to turn Alex Rusev and Aiden English faces without trying.
It's one of those things. I'm just like, I would have liked to see Rusev win the tag title just because it would be something different. It would probably help them.
I honestly thought they were going to do it.
I honestly thought so too.
My prediction, yeah.
It literally looked like they were en route to win.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But
With
no.
the day being that Rusev Day or whatever the case may be, it's like, come on. They could have had them win the belts and drop them on Tuesday.
Yeah. But yeah, Rusev Day didn't win. The New Day didn't win. Gabriel Benjamin didn't win. The Usos retained.
Ebony and Ivory.
I would say, do they even have a tag team name?
That's why I just call them Ebony and Ivory.
Oh boy, I forgot who took the pinfall, but a super kick and dive.
I think it was.
Oh, Gable. That's right, because he was
Gable.
Because he was
super Germaning everybody.
As in doing the rolling. I forgot what it's actually called, the rolling German suplex.
Yeah, I think it's a rolling.
Tossing the shit out of people.
Say again?
Yeah,
he was just tossing the shit out of people.
No, I forgot what it's actually called, where you do the roll and then you hit the German.
I'd call it a rolling German.
Rolling German, bridging German, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, rolling. He hit everybody with the rolling German, but one of the Usos tagged while before started to roll. Grabbed his brother's super kick dive end. If I remember the next match,
whose ass are the Usos kissing?
I don't know.
I have to agree with you. This definitely should have been Rusev Day coming up on top.
To the point I would have rather went with, and this is me saying this, the fucking New Day winning. I would have rather had the New Day win.
Like, they already have 4-time tag team championships. They're the longest reigning championship.
Hell, I would have rather had the tag team of The Miz and Randy Orton win that.
I think the New Day got enough accolades. The only two left is longest combined reign, and for Kofi Kingston to beat Mr. Fuji's record.
We'll talk about one of those two people later.
Oh God, I'm trying to remember the next match. Was it the women's championship match?
It was the women's match.
Yeah.
Which apparently made some people sick with the amount of camera work that was going on.
I could
give us about 30 shots of a man's crotch. But they won't give us nice shots of the fucking divas. Go figure.
Oh boy, it looked like a bad Michael Bay.
John and Reed like the freaking Orton matches so much.
It looked. Oh God, I was about
a bunch of dong shots.
I was about to say it looked like a bad Michael Bay film.
It's one of those things I just don't understand. Why can't they just have better camera work? But I'm just thinking, oh right, this is Bucky Beef we're talking about.
Well, Naomi was the only face lumberjack in the match.
Yeah, so this was a 7-on-2 match, basically, what I could figure, and 6 of the 7 had a couple of issues.
Well, you had the Riot Squad on one side, the Welcoming Committee on the other side. Naomi was the only face lumberjack.
Yeah,
or lumberjill, if you will. Carmella's still technically a heel.
I thought they turned her face after the whole Ellsworth thing.
Well, she was actually close to cashing in that night.
They actually tried to pull that one off too, but
as in during one of the brawls between everyone, Carmella tried slipping to the ring and handing the referee the briefcase, and the brawl went through the ring and took Carmella out.
It took her out. Well, I think they went after her too. I think they went after her.
Like I said, I literally walked in the house. We got here at the beginning of the fucking tag match. So.
And
I'm gonna watch the show when I go home. Cure insomnia.
Well, once you get to the next match, I'm gonna.
Yeah, the next match will play anyone to sleep.
You know something, guys? You know what I've been doing for the past couple of nights to actually get some sleep? I start up Survivor Series and skip past the Shield match. I'm knocked the fuck out before the women's match is over.
I know, because I was there when you watched to watch Survivor Series with you, and this is exactly what happened. After the Shield versus New Day match, Lou was out.
I didn't care. Yeah.
And it was funny that I missed the Survivor Series match because I was busy with something else that night.
With the exception of Shield versus New Day, you did not miss much.
I was going to say, apparently we didn't miss anything at all.
Was pretty good. Yeah. It's just the fact that women's match put me to sleep because Alicia Fox is in it.
All right.
Hey, you're just praying.
Watching her work.
And you're just praying to God she doesn't injure everyone on the SmackDown side.
Watching a fucking Alicia Fox match has the same mental effect on me as a fucking Quaalude.
I just don't understand why they still have her when she doesn't have any talent.
We already answered that question, and the initials are B and B.
Bucky Beaver has the hots for her. That's why she still has a job.
Yeah, and it was a Passover too because it started with fucking John Laurinaitis, who is now creeping on the Bella's mother, who in turn.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You can't sit there and say that Alicia isn't attractive.
Oh, of course we can't. Of course we can.
Yes, but listen, you can only take looks so far, and we want talent, not looks.
Well, that's not even talent. It's we don't want you to murder your opponents in the middle of the ring.
Like I said, every time she goes for that axe kick, I fucking cringe.
I'm like Hulk Hogan, at least in America. So I make myself clear. At least in America, wasn't exactly a catch-as-catch-can wrestler. He was still competent enough not to murder his opponents.
Well, I mean, at least they did have sense to get rid of Eva Marie. Let's see if they'll have sense to get rid of her.
She left them. They wanted to re-sign her. She left them to go pursue her fucking shitty B movies that she's doing now.
Yes, congratulations. You can do that if you want. We don't want to have you back anymore.
So, how many months before she ends up in the porn?
Well, it's been at least 4.
I'd watch it. It'd be better than the Sunny one. Remember, Sunny cuts one during her porn.
You keep mentioning that.
Let's also remember
The
how
educational things.
Let's also remember
The
how
educational things that we speak of.
Yes.
So, which is a lot more entertaining than the Bludgeon Brothers murdering poor Breezango.
Yeah,
Well,
that
that
was
I expected. That I expected.
I love that team name.
I mean,
I was expecting it too. I mean, we knew it was gonna be a squash match in some way.
First of all, I went, okay, the creative team must have had a field day with this. They just must have gone, okay, we got these 2 big guys. Let's give them Triple H's old gimmick standby and turn it into a tag team. Then I watched their promo afterwards, and I went, holy crap, they stole Triple H's promo skills circa 2003.
I'm not surprised if there. Don't be surprised if there isn't a Bluetooth in Luke Harper's ear and Triple H is just saying them the promo.
The same promo style that Triple H stole from Shane Douglas.
There you go.
We steal from each other.
Well, then again, that's the wrestling world as a whole. We just steal and improve from one another.
Speaking of the wrestling world's a-holes, we got to do a RIP for Tom Zink. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I had to get that out.
I'm pretty sure Gabe's not going to be happy when he hears this.
Oh,
Tom Zink's an asshole.
Oh, is he an
Tom Zink
asshole?
was an asshole.
I was gonna say, what the Z-Man ever do to you?
Dude, Tom Zink was an asshole. You ask anyone who knew him, and Tom Zink was an asshole.
Tom Zink was an asshole.
Just because he died, it doesn't make him a good person all of a sudden.
Gotcha.
I mean,
that was an asshole. He's a mark for himself. He doesn't give a shit, and no one likes me fucking saying this, and we get a bunch of dislikes for it. You can, in the immortal words of our good friend Jerome New Jack Young, kiss the nasty part of my ass if you don't like me saying it. Z-Man was an asshole. He was.
Z-Man was also notorious for plowing Brian Pillman in the locker room, too.
Yeah, because New Jack called him and Pillman butt humping. Check New Jack's wonderful shoot interview with RF Video to hear the complete story.
I think we just cost our video money just from saying that.
What money?
Fuck that pedophile.
Fuck that pedophile.
Oh yeah, Rob Feinstein. Anyway.
And by the way, here's another funny story before we change the subject of Rob Feinstein. Ty, I'm sure you know. I think you were here when we seen the report. Way back when, about 2003, 2004-ish, there was this show called Celebrity Justice.
Oh yeah, I was we were at Dave's house when it happened.
Trying to pick up a 13-year-old boy. When the local news station started covering it, do you know what was the file photo? The file photo they had for fucking Feinstein? It was him and the fun athletic guy gimmick wearing the fucking fairy wings and a tutu. That was the fucking file photo that they had.
Oh, jeez.
And the reporter's like, shown here in his fun athletic guy gimmick. And it's like, it's an acronym, buddy. What does he think that stands for?
If that happened today, Feinstein would still be in various forms of court.
Oh my god. And he got away with it. That's the crazy
part.
That's
the sad thing. I like people want to come out and show and tell how crooked Hollywood is nowadays. It was crooked for a while. Just ask Rob Feinstein or his victims.
He got away with it. Well, that's enough of the political shit.
Well, that was a
Trump,
that
4
was
more years.
that was a political. That was just telling the truth. That people coming out how corrupt Hollywood is. Like, no, that's not exactly new. That was common. It's just now being brought to the surface.
Just like it's okay to wait that a guy's dead 6 years to say he touched my fanny.
Oh boy. Anyway, tag team match: Zayn and Owens versus Orton and Nakamura. And well, anyone wants to explain this?
Well, apparently,
Well,
yeah, this match was a clusterfuck from the beginning. So
it looked completely unorganized.
But it was going to be unorganized no matter what. Shane and Daniel Bryan were fucking referees. So there was no actual.
Really stupid. You know what's really fucking stupid though? They're supposed to have apparently Saxton's causing this fucking conflict. You know Shane. Well, Bryan is this, Bryan is that. You know what I mean? I understand they want to do the one announcer versus another. But it's like, if you don't understand why Bryan did that fast count, you don't really know anything about wrestling.
Right.
It's like, Bryan did the fast count to show Shane this is what you get for fucking them over.
Fucking them over,
if you
yeah.
can't see that, I mean, it's like, come on. Oh, they're turning Bryan heel. No, they're not turning him heel.
No,
He just wanted to teach Shane a fucking lesson.
Yeah,
no, they're not.
smart.
No, they're not. Hell, in anything out of this entire match, there were 4 heels and 2 baby faces, and well, 1 baby face and 1 tweener, and I'm kind of hesitant about babyface on Nakamura at this point. The only reason why it's babyface is because he's over. In fact, my first reaction. So Nakamura comes out, he does his entrance, and then Orton comes out, and I noticed that it's all flashy and stuff, and so my reaction was, okay, so both Nakamura and Orton have epilepsy-inducing entrance. Holy shit, does Orton have hair?
Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is this?
What the? Did someone just put Rogaine on his head and then poof?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe
he's not doing advertisements like Chavo.
Maybe Mrs. Orton.
Those late night infomercials with China about the hair plugs.
Oh God.
Oh, you know what the worst part is? Now that Chavo Guerrero and his little team got nominated for a SAG award, we're never going to hear the end of this shit.
Okay, say what?
Chavo Guerrero's stunt team, because of their work on the show Glow on Netflix, which is a really good show. You guys should watch it. I actually fucking binge watched that shit in a day. I was in bed sick, and I literally watched like every episode. I'm like, damn, this is a good show.
It's a good show. It really is.
And it has my Kia in it, so I'm happy.
Well. That means if Chavo's been nominated for a SAG award, that means he's fucking set, because he doesn't have to worry about health insurance ever again.
Never again.
Because he's in.
Yep, you're in, buddy.
And we're glad he is.
Match no one cared about. Orton came out with hair.
Orton came out with hair. The big push was really fucking. The big fight was really against Shane versus Daniel Bryan. Neither of them really came off as the good guy in this. Neither of them did.
Because they both had a reason they were doing what they're doing. Like, there's no definitive villain here because they both are right.
And both of them, if you look at it, are really using heel tactics. Because even the babyface would be able to do something correct. You know, if it were something different. I mean, even when fucking Daniel Bryan was doing the fast count, Shane was diving at Daniel Bryan to stop him. And it was almost an attack of sorts. I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? None of the match made sense.
It was a clusterfuck to build up Shane versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're gearing up for they're gearing up to have him. They don't want him to leave, so I think they're
gearing up to give him like, okay, we can't have you leave, so we'll give you special matches like via Undertaker during the last few years of his career, like special attraction matches. There you go.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, honestly, they should do what they've been doing with Shane and Kurt. Just every now and then.
Special attraction. You mean special?
Don't have them do it all the time.
You mean special attraction matches?
Special attraction matches.
Yeah, so that way it's like Shane gets involved with only a couple matches, with a few matches a year, and that's it.
So special attraction matches.
Again, just like I said with those two. Really, I don't see anything wrong with it. So why not? You could still keep him safe and not have to worry about his head or neck.
That's not up to them. That's up to
the doctors.
That's up to the sheriff. And honestly, I don't think it's up to the doctors because most of the doctors have said, "Oh, he's fine. He's good enough to clear himself as long as he does this, and this." And Brian's good enough to figure that out. He's not that stupid.
But the problem is,
I don't think it's the doctors that are scared. It's the shareholders.
Yeah, it is a publicly traded company.
A la a certain video game company and a certain video game putting certain features in a game that do not work very well for people that do not want to spend that kind of money.
That's our video game.
But that's a different type of show.
And that's our video game review for the day. Let's talk about the World Championship match real quick.
You mean the main event that actually was worth a shit? Holy crap, that was a good match.
AJ Styles as defeated Jinder Mahal and the Sting Brothers to retain the WWE Championship.
And it was a definitive defeat. It was a definitive victory.
Well, how definitive you can get by a tap out after you eliminate the Stings?
He fucking phenomenal forearms one of them. He Styles clashes the other one on the floor. And he takes out and of course he eats leg damage earlier, so he does the calf slicer on Jinder.
After eating a coloss, mind you, and taking a 2 count.
I mean, what a match. I mean, they did such a good match. And it was funny. I was in another Discord at the time. Now, mind you, I've been a big fan of Jinder being world champion. I'm really glad that he got his time.
Me too.
I would not be surprised if he got it again. But there were people that didn't believe that Jinder had risen to the main event level. If this match did not show you that Jinder was a main event guy, I don't know what the hell you're on, because he was a main event guy when he pushed himself to that level, and he's working with the right guys to make himself even better. I'm not saying that he was carrying the match, because he wasn't. It was definitely a dance between the two.
The guy he was in there with too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were both good. They were both good. I think AJ's just the consummate. He's just that good. But he definitely did not but AJ did not carry the match, in my opinion. I thought that was a great match.
We're about to get a summary of the pay-per-view live from the Crapper.
Oh no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Also, this
I'm about
is
to
quite
take the
normal
Browns
for
to
us
the
here.
Super Bowl.
Can't do that.
Did the Browns actually win today?
Did they?
I heard they almost won last week. They were actually pretty close to winning.
Let's see what happened. Nope. 27-10. And they're now 0-14.
Oh jeez.
Keep the dream alive, please.
Sorry, Ohio. Shit.
I just started looking up on here, like on YouTube, and the first news articles on ESPN, it shows 2 guys wearing paper bags that say, "Why?"
and they're 4th in AFC North. All right, got that means
you know what's really freaking hilarious?
They're on the bottom of.
They're the worst team in the league.
No,
they're going to get the first-round draft pick.
No, what's really hilarious, there was a guy wearing a Manzini jersey at one of the fucking games, and they only kept the first 3 letters of Manzini's name on there. With the wrote in "Man, we suck" on the fucking back of it. So yeah.
There you go.
There it is. There it is.
I couldn't stop laughing when I seen that
Had
shit.
since the guy holds a jersey that said "sad since '99."
There you go.
And this
Just
is on
remember, in the
ESPN
past
video
5 years,
way back.
folks, this was even reported on SportsCenter, by the way. In the past 5 years, we have had 3 Star Wars movies, and the Cleveland Browns have only won 1 game.
Yeesh.
Do you know the last? Do you guys
they
want?
actually won a game?
In the last 5 years.
Do you want to know the last? Do you want to know the last coach that took the Browns to the postseason?
Who?
Bill Belichick. First year.
When was this?
1994. He got eliminated by Parcells Patriots.
Oh. And guess what happened to him?
Parcells hired him to be part of the Patriots, and well, the rest is slowly showing history.
Well, sometimes it just shows you. Sometimes it's not the coach; it's the team.
And by the way, for those of you listening on the live stream, I'm pooping.
You mentioned that.
Oh, I'm just looking at the bottom. We have the Colts at 3-11, the Giants at 2-12.
You cannot look at my bottom, sir. This is not that kind of podcast.
No, it is not.
The Texans and the Niners and the Bears, and more than likely the Bucks, are going to be 4-10.
What is wrong with Bills Mafia?
We just don't know. We don't know.
I mean, I know this actually makes sense for a wrestling podcast because you have their fans that want to jump through tables, set themselves on fire.
Speaking of people who should jump through tables and set themselves on fire, Impact officially got the lowest rating in the company's history this week.
Yeah.
Wait, lower to the Vince Russo era? That's a guy here.
It was officially confirmed. It was the lowest rating in the company's history.
Wow. I feel so sorry for Eli Drake, whom was at Bar Wrestling on Thursday. And he was still carrying around that fucking Impact, what are they calling it now? The Impact Global Championship. From Anthem's dumpster fire. I feel so sorry for him because he deserves better than that. He really, really does. And it sucks that he's stuck with that title from a company that's just eating itself and burning itself away.
Is there anything that could salvage Impact Wrestling?
Nope.
No, not even the bumper sticker that they put of Impact over GFW.
In the past year, that company has had 3 reboots. Think about it for a second. 3 different fucking times that company's rebooted in the past couple years.
I just don't understand how
you have multiple owners. I know we're supposed to finish off this Classic Champions show, but let's go through this real quick. You started off with Jeff and Jerry Jarrett. They eventually go broke, so you get the Dixie Carter era. Then you had the Dixie Carter Billy Corgan era, which turned out to be bullshit. Then Dixie Carter finally gets drummed out the company for Anthem Sports, who were supposed to be professionals. And now look at them. They had to move up to Canada to continue operations.
Because because it's too expensive to work in Nashville, Tennessee.
It's too expensive to work in fucking Butte, Montana, apparently.
I just don't understand.
That's why they're moving to fucking Canada.
Did they say where in Canada? Because I've heard some of the places in Canada can also be just as expensive as any place here in America.
Well, I don't think they're doing Toronto, if that's what you're asking.
In Toronto. I doubt they're
more
in
than
Toronto.
they did BC. Even still, that's kind of expensive.
Probably some ass crack town somewhere.
Some place where they don't have to worry about people coming over to we don't have to worry about people screwing with us.
They went from Nashville, Tennessee at the asylum to Orlando, Florida, to wherever the fuck they went.
They've moved to Toronto. They moved to Toronto.
Why?
Remember, this company was paying people to come to their last set of TV taping.
Yes.
Yes, but think about it. You pretty much said we're bleeding money, so let's move to one of the most expensive cities in the world. It's like saying
BC is cheaper than Toronto.
It's like saying my company can't make money, so let me sell an office building in New York City and a second one in Paris, France.
No. I know why. The reason why is because Anthem is based. In other words, the dumpster fire does not have its own building in Toronto. It's underneath Anthem, which is based out of Toronto.
Oh.
So they moved it. So they moved the dumpster fire.
They moved the dumpster fire to some place they already own. Yeah,
they moved it inside the dump.
Home base. Great.
Which, by the way, if you want to talk about that, please send all your mail to 171 East Liberty Street, Suite 230.
We're not getting hate mail for Anthem's dumpster fire. Believe me,
dude. Anthem's fucking headquarters is listed on Wikipedia.
Well, boys,
I'm not doxing public info. This is public information.
Well, boys, it looks like we got a road trip to plan in a couple of months.
So who's going to
do the fucking DX invasion?
What are you about to say?
Bring a tank.
With John on the turret of the tank.
What are you about to say, Lou?
I'd be like, hey, I've got $5. Can I get the TNA license?
That'll be the ultimate simulcast. Like, you may wonder why the episode of Hastily Kayfabe Recap is on Impact's official YouTube channel. Well,
how many people are on the Impact YouTube channel?
I think they have a couple thousand subscribers.
Yeah.
Well, let's go do a look. Let's look at Impact.
Dude, literally only 161,000 people watched Impact last week. That's
Impact has over a million people. Has over 1 million subscribers.
Well, remember, it's YouTube. Half the time, just forget to unsubscribe to a channel unless they piss you off.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what you really should be looking for is their average viewership per video.
And let's sort out by most popular. The most popular one was the knockout evening gown match. Had 58 million views.
But probably all their popular videos all have to do with the Hardys.
No, the Hardys are not in the top 10. In fact,
remember that the Hardys thing was very, very recent, so it wasn't something that caught the heyday of the dumpster fire.
Hell, that was the only thing worth watching. I haven't watched that company since Matt and Jeff left.
Okay, unfortunately, I can't get average since it's up and down. You have some episodes like Laura Von Ness, new Knockouts champion, that gets 92,000 views.
The day she won the title, she tried to quit.
What?
The day she won the belt, she tried to quit. She tried to give her notice. Look it up. I'm not bullshitting. Look it up.
Which one?
Laura Von Ness, their new women's champion.
Oh yeah.
The same day she won the title, she tried to give her notice. By the way, want to send some congrats to my boys War Machine from ROH. Can't wait till you guys get to make it to WWE.
There you go.
And hey, what's his fucking name? Who the fuck beat Cody Rhodes?
Fucking Dalton Castle's the ROH World Champion. In a total what the fuck moment from this weekend.
Oh boy.
Another big thing I have to give love for this weekend, if you guys haven't had the chance to, watch that fucking Bully Ray Tommy Dreamer versus the Briscoe Brothers match. Oh my god.
I was surprised because I thought Bully retired a month ago.
This was officially
his official
final
retirement.
battle. Yeah.
Like that now you could join Devon as part of WWE's What does
Well,
Devon
it's
do?
already going around that Bubba and Devon are going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame this year.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Not
Yeah.
as many titles as they won. That pretty much they pretty much have the Hall of Fame on lock. The problem is who's going to induct them, unless they can find Spike Dudley out wherever he's hiding at now.
I tell you now, it's probably going to be Dreamer that inducts them.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Or Paul Lee himself.
I think more Dreamer.
But-
Congrats to Bully Ray. Enjoy retirement. Thank you.
Like, you have given the wrestling world more of a service than most people will ever know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with that said, that's pretty much the end of the Clash of Champions recap show.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that pretty much ends it.
That kind of sums it all up.
I just don't know what else to say, just because we had a good show tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually a good fucking.
What was it 2.5 hours?
It was a pretty decent pay-per-view. Plus, I think the fact that it was short enough.
I think the length is definitely what helped them, because some people have a problem with it being too long. The Big Four.
Whoa,
I mean,
hang on.
Well, it's the Big Four. It has to be long. The Royal Rumble
Yeah, it
itself
does.
is the Royal
But
Rumble
there are
itself is an hour long.
Yeah, I mean, I know they have to, but some of the regular pay-per-views, there was one time I think it nearly hit the 4-hour mark because it was going longer than normal.
And the best part was I just took a dump during the podcast.
Yep.
Do you
Whoa.
feel better now?
I mean, the highlight of the show right there.
There you go.
But you didn't make a sound, and that's kind of disappointing.
I just saw this. Apparently, this happened yesterday. At a Blitzkrieg Pro event, apparently Just Incredible tried to hijack a wrestling show.
Yeah, old Justin's
Exactly
off the
how?
wagon again. That didn't
Yeah.
take long.
I was saying, so all Justin's off the meds, I see.
That didn't take long.
Oh, boy.
Could someone
Yeah, he
explain to me
apparently-
how you can do that?
He just tried to crawl into the ring and
Jump over the ring rope, jump over the barricade, crawl into the ring, and say, "Hi, I'm Just Incredible."
Well, there's
Literally,
there,
the
well,
guy
there's a
running the
video
show told him to
apparently.
go
So.
home. Yeah, there's a video on YouTube.
Yeah, he was apparently really drunk. So there you go.
Hey, let me open the original end. Oh, that's a video. That's a picture, not a video.
No, there's a
There's
video
actually a
in the
video.
link. There's a video in the article.
Oh, let me open the article then.
That too.
All right, let me put this so that our lovely 3 people that watch the show can see this.
And apparently, we now have a new meme.
What meme now?
Captain America hates The Last Jedi. Tony Stark loved The Last Jedi. Captain America Civil War.
Oh boy. So here's Justin wielding a kendo stick.
Yeah, like it's going to be very persuasive.
And he sounds drunk out of his ass.
Okay, that's where things can get scary.
Also, apparently, he went ahead and went on Facebook Live and did this whole huge apology about it. I'm going to get help again.
How convenient.
That's the most convenient excuse.
People are
And
morons.
apparently, Scott Hall's off the wagon now, too.
Again?
Again?
Yeah. You didn't hear the story. He made the stupid mistake of confronting King Kong Bundy at autograph signing.
Oh God!
Oh,
And Bundy grabbed him by his throat and pinned him up against the wall.
Ooh.
it's one guy you don't mess with. You do not mess with King Kong.
Like, you don't fuck.
You know, while you're at the convention stands, go look for a guy like Barry Horowitz or James Ellsworth. Don't piss off King Kong.
All right, there
Bundy.
are lists of people. There are lists of people professional wrestlers you don't fuck with. You don't fuck with King Kong Bundy. You don't fuck with Haku. You don't fuck with Steve Blackman. There's just a list.
There's just a list of people you don't fuck with.
And on that happy note, I guess we're done here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the rest of the videos up on YouTube for people to watch. But yeah, just incredible getting now cursed out by, I guess, the booker of the show. Anyway, till next week, we'll have a full episode of, I guess, another wildcard episode to close out the year. Bye-bye.
Bye.